Composing without music theory, genius or blasphemy. When exploring the soundscapes of contemporary music, every musician, whether a seasoned innovator or a simple neophyte, inevitably comes up against the great wall of music theory. But is it necessary to master the complexities of this discipline to create music that touches the soul? This debate has long divided the musical community, with some regarding it as blasphemy, while others see it as a mark of pure genius. On the one hand, music theory is often revered as the cornerstone of musical creation. It provides a structured framework and rules that have guided generations of composers. This framework is essential for understanding how notes interact, how they create harmonies, tensions, and resolutions that captivate the listener. Theory can serve as a compass, guiding the composer through the intricacies of scales, modes, and chords. Yet there is a rebellious counterculture that embraces the idea of composing without submitting to the rigid dictates of theory. These daring explorers of sound argue that the true essence of music lies in raw, personal expression, which can only be fully realized by freeing the creative process from academic constraints. They argue that some of the greatest musical masterpieces are born of spontaneous intuitions rather than theoretical calculations. Take musicians like Jimi Hendrix or the Beatles, who, although not music theory scholars, revolutionized the world of music with their intuitive approach. Their work remains irrefutable proof that passion and instinct can equal, even surpass, acquired technical skills. These musicians painted with notes, using their instruments as brushes to sketch sonic textures that were limited only by their imagination. However, it's crucial to recognize that even in the absence of formal training in music theory, these musicians were not totally devoid of musical understanding. Exposure to music, listening, and experimentation are also forms of learning, and often instill an instinctive understanding of the fundamentals of music that can escape traditional codification. So is composing without music theory an act of genius or blasphemy? Perhaps the answer lies not in a binary choice, but in recognizing the diversity of musical paths. Every creator must navigate these waters, sometimes relying on the ancient maps of theory, sometimes sailing at sight under the stars of instinct and innovation. Ultimately, music, in its purest form, is a universal language that transcends academic orthodoxies. It belongs to those who listen as much as to those who create, and its true measure lies less in conformity to the rules than in the ability to move, connect, and inspire. For the novice musician, exploring with or without theory is less a question of rebelling against a system than of a personal quest to find one's own voice in the vastness of the sound world.